Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
May we get to know your name, the name of your organization, and your designation at the organization?
Okay, my name is Adishola Afariogun. I work with the ACT program. The ACT program is Agents for Citizens Driven Transformation. I coordinate the program in Lagos State as Lagos State Focal Person. It's a program that is actually funded by the European Union and being managed by the British Council.
So, okay, go ahead,
And
sir.
the program has two components. One is to strengthen the capacity of civil society organizations in Nigeria, and the second one is to look at the regulatory framework and regulatory environment of of the CSOs in Nigeria, a way of trying to encourage them in the area of registration with CAC, filing their annual returns with CAC, and also with the FIRS, getting compliant with SCOMOL and the likes.
Yeah, what does ACT intend to achieve by today's event?
By today's event, it's a media roundtable whereby we want the civil society and the media to have a cordial relationship and a beneficial relationship, whereby because the two are out to us almost do the same thing and to gain the same thing. So as such, we want there to be a good symbiotic relationship between the media and the civil society, so that one will support the other where necessary and at all times.
By you, what are the suggestions that you could place to encourage collaboration between the two parties?
From the suggestions that we've seen here today, it is now one of the suggestions is that the civil society and the media should see each other as partners in progress. That is number one, and in also to also understand one another's situations and context, which will now give room to partnership that actually is informative. For example, now CSO partners can get should get media involved in activities they are doing from even the planning stage. Not that at the end of the day when they now need publicity, that's when they now get media involved. No, media should be involved even at the planning stage so that they understand what the CSO is doing, so that CSO can also so that the media can also support. Meanwhile, media also needs CSOs in some areas, especially in content when you talk of content for some reportage. The CSO should also make themselves available, because we have seen situations whereby media CSO will say they are not available, they are not available. So they should be available, and each of these partners should respect each other and support each other as much as possible.
Okay, sir, from me now, you've held this program in some other states,
Yes, please.
and how do you compare the Lagos audience with other? How has the Lagos audience responded in comparison with the other states?
Actually, I cannot really compare what has happened in other states because I was not actually present there.
Okay,
I am handling the one for Lagos, and I can tell you for free that what has happened in Lagos is very encouraging, because we see a number of CSO partners and a good number of media partners who have come together to agree, which is a very, very important thing. They've made commitments here today, and we look forward to seeing that those commitments are actually followed through and actually done with.
Okay, your name and destination again, sir.
Yeah, my name is Adeshola Afarogun. I'm the Lagos State Focal Person for the ACT program. ACT is Agents for Citizens Driven Transformation, a program that is funded by the EU, that by the European Union, and being implemented by the British Council.
thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Good afternoon.
May we get to know your name once again?
Lanre
Your
Arugundade,
designation at your place of
Executive
work.
Director, International Press Center.
Thank you very much, sir. What are your suggestions for a better synergy between the CSOs and the media in Nigeria?
Well, my first suggestion would be that the CSOs and the media, especially the journalists, need to recognize that they are supposed to be partners in progress. They need to understand that they exercise similar mandates in the society. Although we, the media, we have a constitutional responsibility to monitor governance and hold government accountable, if you translate that into practical reality, what we're doing is some form of oversight over governance and governance processes. It is also the same things that the CSOs do, even though such is not spelled out in the Constitution. Many of them work in different areas of development, education, healthcare, rural development, agriculture, where they are trying to bring government closer to the people. So to that extent, we are partners when it comes to the struggle for good, governance. And I feel that going forward to build synergy, we need to recognize that. Having done that, having said that, I feel that both sides they also need to recognize their challenges. The CSOs expect a lot from the media. They believe the media should give them free coverage. They believe the media should always be there. But the media also has its own constraints. We have constraints of resources. We have a constraint of the way and manner news is commercialized because media is business. So when you are a CSO and you are having a program that is sponsored by a funder and you want the logo of that funder to be displayed and you are not ready to pay for that program, that could be a problem. But the media too needs to understand that not all the activities of the CSOs are actually funded, by sponsors, so that we can look at areas where we can help ourselves without necessarily looking at the monetary aspect of it. The third area, perhaps, is the area of capacity. I believe that the CSOs need to build their capacity on the engagement of the media. They need to understand how the media works. Because if you don't understand how the media works, you won't understand how to effectively, make use of the media. But in the final analysis, for almost all the activities that the CSOs do, they need the media. And this has to be factored into their planning, to their budgeting. That if you are doing a project in the rural community around issues of the girl child and so on, you need to bring media, you need to take journalists there. In fact, it's only the media that can help you to push those issues for you to get concrete results. Because those in government fear and respect the media. The media is in a position to go out, want to interview the chairman of a local government, somebody coming from an CSO, they may not see any need to answer them, but for media, they are willing to listen to us. So, working as partners for me will be the key to going forward to ensure that either way we both achieve our objectives of a better society.
So I assume that a lot of stories are going to die on arrival. A lot of story ideas when there is no motivation for the journalists, and when you are telling civil society some of this, because some of them just give you their press release, which you have to interrogate paragraph by paragraph, which will generate into stories. But nobody is paying for this. How do you advise journalists on how to go about some of these things?
Well, my first advice will be to the CSOs that when you know that in the course of implementing your activity, you will need the media, you will need the journalists, you need to budget for it. You need to provide for that. It should not be something that we should be debating. If you know that your activities will involve maybe radio programs, television programs, provide budget for it and defend it because journalists are going through difficult times. You can't bring journalists together in a place like Lagos, Port Harcourt, and say you are paying transport and you are paying 5,000. That cannot even, in some cases, one way ride by boat or Uber will take all that money. So they must understand that media or use of media needs resources, and that has to be provided for. So that's on the part of the CSOs. But on the part of journalists, we must always also remember that we have a societal responsibility. We're supposed to be part of development. We should do some of these stories as a matter of passion, especially where media ownership is not a barrier. Because doing that kind of stories can win you awards. At this meeting today, I've spoken about a female journalist from Daily Sun that followed up on what we were doing in some communities in Amu Wodofin. And through our reporting, Lagos State government built a school in that community and he won the the Cadbury Education Reporter of the Year award for that period. Doing good journalism has its own rewards. And so, despite some of these constraints that we face, I think we should still go out there. We have a lot to benefit from the census. Many of them do a lot of research, they do a lot of data, and using them as sources can actually enhance the factual accuracy of our reports. So, the whole idea is yes, there are challenges, but we should not feel discouraged. We should also know that we need to do our best to ensure that we make a progress.
Thank you very much, sir.